Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray and today we are going to do another Wipnchat. That stands for Work in Progress and Chat, and today's Work in Progress is this Season of Serenity shawl by Knit Joys on Ravelry. And here I'm just going to give you an overview of what I've done already. So this is the first triangle of the shawl, and it just so happens that all the neutrals ended up here. The yarn that I was using for this is actually from Dina's Home of Crafts on Etsy. I got her 25-day, I think, mini skein advent, and I just decided to go in order of what she had dyed. Now that I'm this far through the project, I kind of see how that would be a bit problematic for this kind of color scheme, but I'm glad that I stuck to my guns, because I think that I'm going to be able to turn the shawl and show, you know, the colors that fit my outfit best when I do wear it. Now, so that's 2 full sections out of 3 complete, and this border color actually wraps all the way around and down the side, connecting, oh, that's more the true color, connecting the top and the bottom. And then from there I just worked short rows like this and the I-cord edging, if you can see that. And basically that I-cord is all the way around the project. So I am working day 18 in this video, and I'm not going to be giving away the pattern. If you're interested in purchasing the pattern though, oh, and I've got the mini skein balled up and put into a little paper bowl that actually works really well for containing the yarn, so it doesn't like roll off the table while working, if you're someone who works at the table. I'm not going to be sharing the pattern at all in this video, or the way to do certain stitches. I'm just going to be slightly off screen at the moment, and I will be adjusting as I go along. But I'm just going to be talking and catching up with you all while actually knitting, so that you can, if you're the kind of person who likes to watch, you can watch. If you're just here to listen and work on your own project, that's cool too. I do that all the time. So as I am recording this voiceover, I'm actually skeining up the next color, and I'm using my Nosta pinna, which is a wooden winding device. I'll go ahead and make sure that I link that too. But this is so relaxing. I absolutely love using my manual winder. You can get like a winder that works much faster than this, but this is just how I've been doing it while I'm here. But if I were at home with all of my craft supplies, then I would absolutely put it on the quickie winder jobby. I don't know, what do you call it? Yarn ball winder, I believe is what they call it. So yeah, you might hear me adjusting myself, or I might be moving a little bit, and that's why. It's because I'm just winding up the next color, which is a beautiful deep royal purple. I'm loving this project. It's complicated, so it's for an adventurous beginner, I would say, but you can do it. You can absolutely do it. It's very easy to learn these particular types of stitches or moves. I don't know, how would you say it? Would it be moves? See, I'm very new to knitting. I just enjoy it, and I wasn't always good at it, or patient enough for it, I guess. A lot of people say that, don't they, when they see you crafting in public? That's one of the compliments is, you must be so patient. which is very sweet of them to say. It's just funny because I am a patient person, but I wasn't always. And sometimes I get really flustered by whatever I'm working on. And so for them to say that is kind of, I don't know, ironic in a way. But I do find it very relaxing, and it teaches me patience, especially when I have to, go back and fix a mistake or something, which is actually quite difficult in knitting. It's much easier in cross stitch or diamond painting. So what kind of craft are you working on today? Are you crafting at all? Maybe you're listening in the car, or maybe you're cleaning the house or something? I find that when I'm watching YouTube, which I haven't really had much time to do lately, but when I am watching it, I find that I listen to different people when I'm doing different things, and I think that's kind of funny. I always listen to Becky's Madness for crafting. I always listen to her when I'm cleaning my house, and I don't know why. Something about her voice makes me clean better. It's just silly. When I want to relax, I listen to Cal's Crafts. When I want to giggle, I listen to Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. There's too many to list here, and I wish that sometimes I wish that I were at home so that I had plenty of time to watch them all. And I've found it a real struggle lately to kind of keep up, or to really have my routine. But I'm enjoying being here. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. I am enjoying being here, but there is something about sitting in bed with your coffee and knitting first thing in the morning, snuggling up with my Luna and soaking up the sunshine, that spring sunshine, which is coming. It really is. And so there's little things like that I'm kind of missing now. Let's see. It's been nearly 3 months now. And, it's just sometimes I forget what it was like to have my normal routine. But I have created some better habits while being here. I was mentioning it. Now this is going to sound like a plug. I don't mean to sound like a plug. I have a Patreon, and basically that's a place where creators can upload more content that doesn't really necessarily belong on their main channel, or maybe extras that they want to do, right? And one of my extras, one of the tiers that I provide, is I do vlogs. And so in my weekly vlog, I talked about how I'm losing my train of thought. I'm losing it. Oh my goodness, hold on one. Okay, I got it back. So in my Patreon, I was talking about how being here for the last few months has given me a chance to indulge, I guess, or practice a lot more self-care, quote unquote. Like, I'm using air quotes here because, you need to take care of yourself. For me, this feels a little indulgent, but considering what's been going on, the passing of my grandfather, and just kind of doing a lot of things that I'm not normally used to, I have been trying to take some time to, do a few things that are for me. Like, I'm going to tell you about what I did last week, but for instance, I've been getting massages once a month, which is something that I never do. But I've been finding this stress has been, really going to my shoulders and even up and into my neck and my head, where I was getting pretty bad migraines and stuff. And that's no fun. That's no bueno. So it's cheaper than going to a doctor at the moment. Because, my health insurance doesn't work over here, so, and that's another story actually that I could tell you about, but I just decided that, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get some massages, and I have been taking care of my skin, drinking more water, things that I don't normally think about when I'm at home because I'm distracted by other things. There's so many other things to do when you're in your house and taking care of everything and working a lot. So I haven't been working as much as I normally do, and I do apologize for that. A lot of you are probably wondering, where is Rachel? Like, what's going on? Well, the truth is that I just don't, everything is at home. My filming equipment, all of the things that I want to share with you is in my house in Ireland. It's not with me. So it's a little difficult for me to make the kind of videos that I would normally make. And I know that most of you understand that, but I do feel bad because I've missed out on so much to bring to you all, and you've been so supportive of me through all of this, and I just really want to give back, So I'll come back to that in a little while. So I went last week. I went ahead and I scheduled an appointment to go get a facial, and I've never been to this place before, and I'm not going to name names because I don't. It would be weird. Not sponsored. Not told to give this review or anything like that. I just want to share my experience. I booked into this salon that I found online, and they had the ability to add on services to your main service. My reason for booking this appointment was merely to get a lash tint, and what that is I had it done in December before I left for the US. It's where they temporarily dye your eyelashes, or maybe no, it's not permanent. It can't be permanent. It must be temporary. It doesn't hurt or anything. It just darkens your eyelashes, which is fantastic because basically that means that I don't have to wear mascara and I always look awake. And I was skeptical at first. I was really skeptical of doing it and spending the money on it. But truthfully, if you have really light lashes, or my natural hair color, okay, confession, my natural hair color is a really boring, mousy brown, okay? It's brown. It's not chestnut. It's not auburn. It's not blondie brown. No, it's just brown. Not pretty brown, not mahogany brown, just bleh, brown. And so I have been a fake redhead, a boxed redhead, for most of my adult life so far. I think I first started dyeing my hair red when I was 19 years old. Yeah, 18 or 19. And I have deviated a few times. I dyed my hair purple once, purple and black. Don't dye your hair black. It's a bad idea unless you want to stay black forever. Very hard to get out of. But red is actually the same way. Anyway, I chose red. It goes well with my skin tone. I like the clothes that I can wear as a redhead. Blah, blah, blah. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, anyway, where was I going with this tangent? This happens to me way too often. Red hair, whatever. Anyway, lashes. Okay, yeah. So my lashes just don't match, and it takes, you can just slap on mascara before you leave the door, but it's an extra step, and I always forget, and then I look like I'm tired, and then people ask me questions like, are you sick? Do you feel okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I just have dark circles and no mascara on. So I look like I'm walking dead. But anyway, I digress. So I booked this appointment to get my lashes tinted. And while I was there, I was like, well, you know, is it worth the amount of time to go there just for that? Like, could I get another service while I was there? And I saw on the list that they had extractions, which is basically, for those of you in the know, you know what it is, but it's where they dig into your pores and they pull out all of the gunk. Okay, so I have pretty good skin now. I had really terrible skin when I was a teenager, but now it's okay. I get the occasional hormonal flare up during that time of the month, but in general, you know, my skin is pretty clear. However, I've noticed, you know, with all of the stress of everything going on, I had a few breakouts, and I felt like it was probably time. I have not had this done in probably 10 years. It was definitely, I think I had it done when I was living in South Korea, and it was my first time I had ever had it done, and they took really good care of me. And you know, that was when I was in my 20s, so yeah, early 20s, and it was quite painful, but you know, I did it, right? Well, I haven't done it since, and some people swear by it. Some people do it, you know, a few times a year or whatever. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's definitely something out there to do if you want to, but I just never did. You know what I mean? I find it difficult to spend money on myself, to pamper myself, but I could buy all the craft supplies. You know what I mean? It's like priorities. Well, right now, since I'm here and I can't really buy much in the way of craft supplies and things like that, I've just been kind of investing in myself to try to make myself feel a little bit better and look better, and you know, keep my confidence up during this time. It's just been kind of stressful. Anyway, you've heard enough. So I go in, and they told me, you know, you can't get extractions without getting the facial. And I was like, okay, because I guess it's an add-on. It's not just a service by itself. So I was like, okay. So what she did was, and the lady that helped me out was so super nice, really, really nice. And I love that people in these professions are so good at chatting, because I'm not. I'm really not. I find it really awkward, and I don't know what to talk about, because when I meet someone for the first time, I tend to be that person that like gets really deep really quick, and some people don't like that. Some people do, some people don't. Well, we get talking, and she asked me all about my skincare habits and things, which I was doing a few things wrong. She let me know, which was really sweet of her, and she helped me to determine what my skin really needed versus what I thought it needed. And you know, that's really good to get analyzed like that. And I think that you probably should do that every 5 or so years, because you know, your skin will change over time as you age. So the things that I needed 10 years ago are definitely not the things that I need now, but I was still doing my skin the same way. So yeah, she oh, and by the way, the entire experience was super good considering COVID and everything. She was completely masked with the screen and everything. So I felt really comfortable taking off my mask, because obviously with a facial you have to take off your face mask. And everything was super hygienic. They had us like separated, like it was really, really good. Okay. So so yeah, she analyzed me. She did confirm some things that I thought to be true, but I haven't seen a doctor about, which one of the things is that I have rosacea on my face, which is why my skin is so red when I touch it, or um, when I do anything with my skin gets really irritated and it turns bright red. And she was saying, you just need to use less harsh chemicals on it and it will calm down. And I had this hunch that I did have it, but I don't want to like sound like I'm a hypochondriac by self-diagnosing myself all the time, because I think I do that enough already. But anyway, the important thing is that she went in and she got my face all nice and supple, and then she went in and started digging. Well, it did hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially, it was weird because the right side of my face was fine, but the left side, holy cow, like just the pain. And I was like, is it normal to feel more pain on one side of your face than the other? And she said, yes, it's really strange, but the way that our nervous system works, like, it'll choose the side. So I cried a little bit, not like, bawling, but, leaking. But she gave me plenty of breaks and offered me water and everything, and it was really sweet. And then in the end, at the very end, she was like, that's good, we're done, but I just want to show you this thing. And I was like, what? She's like, did you notice the thing next to your nose on your right side? And I didn't know what she was talking about until she gave me the mirror and pointed it out. And she goes, it kind of looks like a whitehead, but it never goes away. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, what is that? Because I was a little scared that, skin cancer runs in my family, blah, blah, blah. I was like, where is this thing? And I've been watching it to see if it would grow or, what's going on, but it never did. And she goes, that thing is called amelia, and it is basically where your skin excretes keratin, and it balls up into teeny tiny little balls, but it never comes out of your skin. So it just can't come out. You actually have to break the layer of the dermis, is that the right word, and then fish it out. So she did that. It was really, really bizarre, but I'm so glad she did, because now that skin is healed. Like, it's not, I won't pick at it subconsciously or something, absent-mindedly, causing issues with my skin. And now, like, when I wash my face and I put on moisturizer, it feels so good. It's so different. It's like before I was putting all this moisturizer on my face, but it couldn't get absorbed because my pores were blocked, and now they aren't. So it's all going in, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. So I definitely recommend that. I mean, obviously you need to look at the regulations and the guidelines in your area before you start going out there, at this time. But when it's safe to do so, and when you feel comfortable doing so, that was amazing for me. And I would highly recommend doing that. If you're in Richmond, I will give you the information if you leave me a comment. But it might take a little while for me to get back to your comments. I'm so sorry. The thing I was talking about, where you go in, I go into places, and when I'm in a situation where I have to like talk, I do get quite personal and deep really quickly, and it works for some and it doesn't work for others. And it really worked in this case because the the lady who was helping me, she found out, pretty quickly, why I was here, and, about my grandfather and everything. And she was saying that she was really happy that I was coming in because she had lost her fiance 2 years ago, and that when she was going through all of her grief, that she didn't take care of herself, and that it was much harder to get back to, where she was before, because she didn't take that time. Now, I'm definitely not comparing my situation to her by any means, but I think it's important that we remember that, even when we're going through the hardest moments, we have to remember that, our bodies are temples and we need to take care of them. And a lot of us just put that off. A lot of us don't take that opportunity to what some people call pampering, but other people, and myself included, I'm starting to realize that expense, that little bit of expense, is actually an investment into you and your mental well-being, and your physical and emotional well-being. So that was a part of it. The massages are a part of it, getting rid of all that tension. And then last Friday I went and I got my hair dyed because my grandmother was also getting her hair done. She gets a shampoo in a set, I think they call it. She has a perm, but it helps the curls. When you get to a certain age, it seems that it's harder to reach your hair. I never thought about that before, but that's why a lot of our grandmas go to the salon so often, is just because it's just harder to keep your arms up, to roll your own hair. I mean, I'm not even 35 yet, and I find it hard to curl my hair. Could be because I have a lot of hair, but keeping your arms up that long hurts. Anyway, I digress. We went to the salon, and I just wanted to get my roots touched up to match my ends, right? And I am in no way complaining about the service or anything, but I just think it's funny because I was distracted and I wasn't thinking about having to double check anything. I can be a bit flighty and absent-minded quite often. It's a normal state of mind for me. But it didn't even occur to me that she hadn't, done a color check on me or anything, to make sure that she had the right shade. I just trusted her. She's been doing this for, I don't know, 35, 40 years, whatever. Who am I to judge, right? Excuse me while I take a sip of coffee. Cold coffee. So she did my roots. My grandma got her hair set. She went and rinsed me out, and then she takes me over to dry. And I realized that my roots look like they're on fire compared to the rest of my hair. My dyed hair is auburn. It's a kind of a dark mahogany. I don't like it to be too bright because, I want it to look natural. I don't want to look like I box dye, even though I do. And I just, whatever. I have my color, and that's it. It's like a brick. Brick is the wrong color. Anyway, whatever. I digress. She dries my hair, and my roots are on fire. And I would love to put a picture in, but you'll see me next week when I do my floss tube. It's crazy. I think it is. I think it's extreme. But she loved it. My grandmother loves it too. But I feel like I could be an X-Men character. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let it have its moment, and laugh about it. 'Cause like if there's one time to have funny colored hair, it's probably right now, right? So it is something to giggle about. Right, let me keep winding this ball of yarn. I stopped to tell you the funny story. So those are a few things that have been going on. Still looking at houses. Thank you all. Oh my gosh. Thank you all for all of your amazing comments, helping me to justify in my own mind renovating my kitchen. Looking into a few options that are a little bit less expensive to kind of, what's the word? Come to a middle ground, compromise, because I understand, like, I shouldn't be spending a lot of money on a house that's not my own, adding value to a house that's not my own, but I don't really look at it that way. However, it is a good idea to save money, and there are other things that I would like to spend my money on, you know, like crafts. But no, I think that I am gonna go the vinyl tile route, the press-ons. Like, I think it was, who was it that told me? Oh, I'm forgetting now. I'm so sorry. One of you told me about how you did a kitchen floor for $100 with the peel-in stick. And I think I'm going to try to do something like that. But the area is large, so it's probably going to be in the realm of 200. So that's where I'm going to go with that. But I will try to document it. Hopefully James doesn't do too much before I get there. Because he was talking about getting the cabinets painted. I was like, but I want to make a video. So let's see what happens. Alright, I just finished balling up day 19's yarn, and it is so pretty. I can't wait for you to see it. And I'm not going to start knitting while I'm talking to you, because it's actually, this day that I'm doing right now is really complicated. It's got a wrap in it, and you have to be very careful with your counting. So I'm not going to do that on purpose. But I might get another ball of yarn and do that one. So let me find, where did I put number 19? You're going to hear me talk to myself now for a minute. There you are. So they gave me these little ornaments. If you want to see me unbox this, I'll try to remember to put in. Actually, no, I probably can't, because I'm just realizing it was in Advent and I opened it up over several weeks. So you'd have to just go back to Christmas time and have a look. I think I published those videos on Mondays during December, and at the very end of the month I showed all of the colors together. So if you want to skip ahead, that was because I thought I was only going to be gone for a month at the time. Ooh, and day 20 is so pretty. It's got purple and pink. The purples in this do look pretty similar, I will say that, but it is pretty anyway, regardless. And I don't have scissors, so excuse me while I just pop. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have to, ouch, hurt my fingers to open this up because I'm silly and I forgot to bring scissors with me to where I'm filming this voiceover. But that's okay. There's just one more. Did you hear the pop? Okay. And what I do is I unwind it and then put it around my neck like a necklace. And that way I can just unravel without it getting tangled. That's very important. I don't seem to be able to do it any other way when it comes to mini skeins, unless I have a chair, like a rocking chair in front of me or something, but yeah, don't have that here. Now, start winding this ball up and keep chatting with you all because I want to give you something. Now, this hasn't got anything to do with knitting, unfortunately, but I know that there are a lot of you who watch my video regardless of what craft I'm doing. I have a few things here that I can't bring back with me, and I want to give them away as a secret giveaway. So, if you like diamond painting, keep listening because I do have something for you. I have a few somethings. It's going to be all one package. So, last week I opened up some diamond paintings on my channel, and the sneak peek last week was an Easter bunny painting. And it's like a bunny in a basket. It's so cute. Well, it sold out really quickly on the website, and I honestly, truthfully, won't be doing that one. Only because I can't bring back all the diamond paintings that I've gotten, and I have been destashing them over on my Patreon. But this one is special, and it 'tis the season, right? So I'm going to open this. It's open anywhere, anywhere that I can ship. I'm pretty sure that I can ship anywhere, and I have a few rules. So the normal rules apply for giveaways. You must be 18 years old or older to enter. You must have filled in my Happy Mail form, which it has changed. If you've already filled in the form, don't worry about it. I've got your details. But if you have not, I'm no longer taking addresses from you, just to make sure that I adhere to the rules of GDPR in Europe. So now all I'm asking for is your usernames on the platforms that you have that you interact with me on. So like you're watching me on YouTube, so I need your YouTube username, which is that name that shows up when you make a comment. If you also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, then I need the names that you use on there too. The handles, the thing that shows up when I search for you. And then I need your email address. It is collecting your email address, and that's so that when you win, if I pull your name, then I can contact you by email and get your physical mailing address. So that is changing this year. That's a big change. So don't be alarmed if you've entered before and now you see that there's no, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Things had to change a little bit. So you must fill in the Happy Mail form so that I can contact you by email if you win. I will be choosing a winner using a random comment picker, and if the person that I choose has not filled in the form, then I will choose another person using the comment picker. The way that I'm going to choose the person is by looking for the word bunny, B-U-N-N-Y. So in your comment, just use the word bunny. You have to spell it out, one word, B-U-N-N-Y, And you can use it in a sentence, or you could just write the word. But I'm going to go ahead and send you the bunny diamond painting. And also, please don't use the word giveaway in your comment. If you use the word giveaway, your comment gets deleted, because that's one way that like spammers come after YouTubers, and we don't want any of that. So please just don't use the word giveaway anywhere in your comment, please and thank you. I'm going to sweeten the deal a little bit, because I have a couple of things, that I can't take with me. One of those things is my Bella Art de Nicole trays, so I'm going to include those too. It's you've probably seen the video, and it's a stackable tray that has 3 different trays. It's got a larger tray that's purple and 2 small white ones stacked on top of each other. So I will give those away, and that way you can have a little piece of me. So it's open worldwide. I'm going to choose the winner. When am I going to choose the winner? 2 weeks from now, right? Yes. So Wednesday, the 24th of March, I will announce the winner. On the 23rd, I'm going to run the comment picker. So you have until the 23rd to write your comment in the comment section down below, to fill in the Happy Mail form if you haven't already. And good luck to everyone who decides to enter. I'm happy to be able to give back, and I wish that I could do it more. It's just when you're away from your home and away from all your stuff, sometimes it can be difficult, and I haven't really been buying like I normally do, so, but don't worry, I will get back to it very soon. But that diamond painting is so super cute. I am excited. A bunch of you were asking me in last week's Wipnchat's comments whether I was going to do the horse painting for my mom or just give it to her. I'm just going to give it to her, because she loves to diamond paint. She's gotten hooked. She's just as addicted as everyone else. So, and she loves horses, so I know she's going to love doing that one. She just finished Winter's Oasis, which was a lovely painting. And I've got a few more that I'm going to give her. Like, there's a Randall Spangler, and yeah, I brought a few over for her as well. So I'm excited for her to get that one and stick it in her stash. So let's see, the upcoming week, you've already seen Mail Haul Monday, where I showed the trays from JH Envision Lab on Etsy, and the drills and tray from Diamond Drills USA that I just recorded. And Friday I have something special to share with you. I'm sure that you can guess what it is. And I think next Monday probably I'll have another floss tube episode. I've kind of brought it down to 2 times, or every other week, every other week, twice a month, because my crafty progress is not up to my normal speed. And so I just, I want to have more to be able to show you, if that makes sense. Oh, I just got caught somehow. How did I just get caught? Yes, so that will be coming up next week. And I've been trying to think of a few ideas of, things that I can do while I'm here to share with you all. And so if you have any suggestions, or if there's anything that you'd like me to show you, I would be happy to do so, as long as it's possible within the confines of the equipment that I have right now. And then I had another comment. Okay, I'm just going to touch on this really quickly because I think it's interesting. I had a comment from someone asking me how you make money. How do creators make money from YouTube? Now, I would highly recommend, because I'm not an expert on this at all, and there are people who do make content about this particular subject, and they're much more knowledgeable. But the overall gist is that if you're a creator on YouTube and you reach a certain milestone, you have to get 1,000 subscribers and 300,000 watch hours, I think it was, back when I hit the milestone. That's when you can get monetized. And monetization is not a lot, okay? Basically, advertisers run ads on your content if they find it suitable, and the creator does not get to choose. So whenever you get those ads from YouTube, creator doesn't choose what ad goes in front of their video. That's really important, because sometimes people will comment and be like, I'm not watching you anymore. You showed an ad from this company and I don't like this company. I have nothing to do with that. I'm sorry, but I really have zero control over whatever YouTube does. I give them permission to allow an advertiser to put that ad on, not that I chose the company. That would be fun though, if I could. Maybe you can when you get to a certain stage. I don't know, but the gist is that the more people that watch the ads, the more money that you as a creator earn. Obviously, by sticking too many ads in a video, you run the risk of losing your audience, so not a good thing. And then if you... Oh, there's a dog. I'm sorry. There's a very loud barking. One moment. Okay, he's dead now. So you know, creators will sometimes choose, and I think rightly so, to not put very many ads in their videos, or just enough. And again, I recommend YouTube Premium if you watch a lot of YouTube, because then you don't have to watch ads anymore, but your favorite creators still get paid from YouTube. So it's kind of like any other streaming service, except you're paying the people who create the content that you like, instead of paying a mega corporation. Whatever. But if you're still not comfortable with that, which again, understandable, but you still want to support people, that's when Patreon, Etsy, Ko-fi, Buy Me a Coffee, these kinds of little donation centers help with creators making more content, still getting paid by donations or by pledges, which is what I do with Patreon. Or, maybe your favorite creator makes stuff and then they sell it on their Etsy and you buy from them. You're helping that person to create more art and create more videos for you. So it's all a big cycle, but one thing that's really important is that, and I think this is the hard thing, is that a lot of people look at YouTube and they go, oh, I can be a YouTuber and I can make money. But I think it's a lot harder than you might think it is. You might think that it would be, you might look at me or you might look at someone else and say, oh, well, they're doing it. Surely it can't be that hard. But for those of you who might be thinking that, I just want you to remember that I've been doing this for 3 years and I really enjoy what I do. And it's not strictly about making money. For me, it's about having a job that I love and something that I can be happy about and that I connect with other people for. Because in my day-to-day life, now certainly with COVID, I have very little interactions, and before I did YouTube, I had very few friends. I was feeling a bit lonely. And so I wanted to connect with people. And this is how it grew. And I feel so super blessed that I have so many people on my side who are willing to give me advice and to follow my progress with my crafting, And it is true that I am trying to put things in place so that I can do this, as a legitimate full-time job. And, I pay taxes on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I pay taxes, and fees and all kinds of stuff to be able to do this. And I buy a lot of stuff for the channel, which is why these other things are in place, aside from the YouTube money, the Patreon money really helps with, getting me new equipment and supplies and things. Without that, I would have to take out a loan to do some things that other creators do. And these dogs are so funny. Anyway, I just wanted to give you kind of a more down-to-earth perspective on YouTube and earnings, because there are some people out there that could tell you, you could make millions on YouTube. You could. I guess you could, potentially, theoretically, but are you? Am I? No. I want to have a comfortable life and to be able to provide for my family just like anybody else. And it just so happens that because of the situation that I'm in and the place that I live on Earth, this is what I want to do right now, and I really enjoy it. So it's working for me, and I'm really grateful that people find it entertaining enough to stick around and watch me and support me, because it does mean a whole lot to me, and more than just, purely monetary. It's that emotional support as well. I have made some amazing friends through this, through YouTube, through the live streams and the Wipnchats and things that I watch, and I have really just enjoyed every minute of it. And that's why I'm not letting it go. There's nothing else in my life that's pulling me as much as what I'm doing right now. And so I want to put all of my effort into it, and I want to make sure that I do things as best as I can to inform everyone and not boss people around or anything. Just to give people what they're looking for and have fun doing it. So I don't feel like I hope that it doesn't sound offensive, because it's not meant to sound that way. It's just really hard to explain, because when money gets involved in it, even if you're really genuine about it, I think that some people feel that it's disingenuous, and it truthfully isn't. It's just that we all gotta eat, right? So anyway, I'm gonna get off that topic. I'm getting close to the end here, so I'm gonna wrap it up with you all right now. I hope that you have an amazing week ahead. I hope that you find some time to pamper yourself, with air quotes. I hope that you find time to give yourself some care, even if it means standing in the shower an extra 5 minutes or whatever it might be. Maybe go get those extractions done. But you deserve it, and your mental health and your emotional well-being totally deserves it too, even if you have to do it yourself at home right now. So please take care of yourself. Please be kind to yourself and enjoy your crafting this week. Let me know what you're working on down below. I'd love to hear about it. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.